SNES ones and 2 NES.
One PlayStation.
Why are you guys not sitting on that side with everyone else?
That's the team. Good team
Very
rating.
original.
I used to play
I think he's got them now. You're saying hang it on as well. Something else for you to lug around. A huge stand for it.
Yeah, so many applications. Go for it.
Good evening, everyone. All right, we'll get started. Thanks for coming down. We're just about on time, which is good. This is the Airstream members meeting for March. Here at Parkside again, we've got our video. Catch up with business and a few presentations as well this evening. And we do that via live stream as well for any members that are not able to make it, so that they can catch up happening as well. So we'll have the usual reports from time. They go on YouTube, so yeah. Yep, you can check out if you want to see reports tonight from Network Team and the committee of our members who kindly volunteered to do a slides on the Raspberry Pi. So do a little bit different and interesting to finish us off. We've also got some other announcements. Recently we had the ASLAN not last weekend, and that was good in the end. The usual team was down there doing as they do. We had quite a few, I think, I don't know, between 20 and 30 odd. So, yeah, event, and we'll get a formal report from them soon. Get that from them. Next, I'm not sure if there's a date months from now, so if you missed that one. Stickers. I won't steal Sean's stuff. Stickers. They're probably with the transfer sheet and everything as we've done before, for a nominal fee to cover the production cost. You may get one thrown in if you're sure about it. Maybe when we break even on. Dunno. So yeah, check them out. They're pretty much better quality than we've had before. Properly, yeah, they look pretty nice from here anyway. Actually put one on something tonight and see what they look like. Have you done one yet? Nice. Okay. Other announcements, raising things coming up in the works.
On the 29th of...
So we're still looking for Azar if you on the day.
Well, we might think about perhaps we talk about having another the office work.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
And that, so just come and see me. They're just out. And I think we'll hand over now to a bit of a network. So let you know what's been happening.
Hopefully we could do something on Saturday, Friday.
We tried. Just,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just now that Paul's teaching as well. He's like trying to organise time that we're available. He's available. It's a bit iffy. Do you have a question?
Yeah, my question. In regards to noise and how nano beams or ubiquity products detect noise, is it a standard of? Is it really noisy?
It depends what you talk about. You got to think about that.
Noisy.
Well, with the AC stuff, it's really easy because you get the constellation diagrams as well.
But the biggest main issue you have is the noise floor plus the other radios and you drive.
Yeah, so noise floor doesn't really include either signal to noise and all that kind of crazy. I could show on a constellation the diagram from the.
Or it's.
Yeah, well, with AirView, because it's red and orange, but unfortunately we don't have AirView on these things.
Anyways, what's your current understanding of it?
Scan for it.
Right.
But I could just understand it means lots of Wi-Fi around bouncing off each other.
Yeah, it's just other signals that you don't want to know about, huh? You know? You'd make that assumption.
Oh, yeah, you can,
you
that's an assumption, but yes. Yeah.
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 Is there more slides that you want?
I don't know, is it?
Sean?
GSBB
That's the
upgrades.
next topic.
For him or you?
For him.
I can talk.
He knows what I don't know anything about it.
All right.
Where's my little remote? So I figured I'd cover the topic that I've just on the top of to the roof of the, which is already 2 and a bit stories, really flat, above view, and with all the air conditioner stacks there, we actually have a plan of 2 separate on the gym roof. You don't need much height because it's everything nice and easy. So I essentially looked, because we've used tello masts and bits and pieces, but not a whole lot of short masts that don't need huge guy wires. They're called Bitech, which Airstream, and that's something we'll go through a little bit later, do a bunch of masting which have bars that you then do any type of surface. So a similar setup at Oakden on top of the school roof there. That's what we'll cover here on these, and essentially they just clip to the roof, so there's actually no penetration masting to go onto the roof, which was one of the our school was interested in to ensure water leaking, etc.
Small water leak,
Yeah.
or even.
Yeah, holes they made. So looking at what boxes I could put up on the roof, because we had the idea of doing a 50 UP down the bottom and didn't really work because we're going to have more devices than that. And so looking at boxes that were available, called a station box, which Duxtel, they're 60 or 80 of money for a sealed board, lots and lots of end connectors and connector everything. We don't really do a whole lot of end work anymore. Mount a box with some glass to it. So I opted these as the mast, and these are the area class, the CC, which is why the lands as a I believe, but for the amount of cables I wanted to. And type of setup we finally did some testing is a switch, not a router, down to do all of the actual core routing. So try to do everything in one device, an RB750UP or the newer Edge Router PoEs, where the cables come out of that, does both routing and PoE. But this scenario worked better to have the PoE devices up on the mast and all the routing downstairs in the box. So I ripped them out and I could mount them directly in the Ant. Yeah. Sealed, so yeah, it would be not quite as bad as the J-Cub colonies in the back. Yes, much better. Actually, this 50GX2, which is looking at using a few more throughput ports, but no PoE. So great as a core router, not so on the roof. Switch OS, not router OS, and they provide PoE, gigabit PoE as well. And you'll see some pictures of them set up in a minute. So onto the masting. This was Bitech's clip track masting idea, and essentially the style of roof that was on top of the gym is, I believe it's called clip track, together and then clips to the rotations, X screws to mount to this. And once we have these, literally they can't pull up unless the whole roof's you haven't actually penetrated it. Take up to a 50mm pole, 8mm pole, and then stay bars connect to. So they are completely solid. It's very easy to work with and no penetration. Scenarios, this would work perfectly. You get adjustable stay bars as well, fit to whatever current you have, and then you can basically stuff into existing roofing without making any further penetration. It was absolutely perfect cap in the top, not that it really matters, but very stable installation. And if it needed to be moved, you could unclip further down the 30 largest that the company Bitech will do, and 38mm covers all of the gear we do. The rocket dishes will go down to 30. Do a different pole if you needed to, certainly. The nano beams, nano bridges will come down to 20mm. Yeah, it covers everything quite happily. That Bitech is unbelievably cheap, about $160 to
Pitch your roof as well.
yeah. So that can not perfectly in the right spot. They're slightly out. The actual mast itself is for.
And what's
Green. Wave bars. It's not, it's orange. The colour on the. That's amazing.
Because you're on that cable though.
So yeah, with those two masts, the west mast and the eastern mast, so they're basically a mirror image of each other. Those got a gland, and they found me a 25mm to conduit adapter to the box so the entire system is sealed. Unlike normally the box, this is the whole system is completely together, can't has a weather seal. Yeah, I added all the conduit for great conduit for the whole, but because of the location next to go orange for they can see it and don't trip over it. Roof. Yeah, it does have power. It's low, but it's doing the job.
Really, I mean, if it's like this is a like grey is difficult to see on a roof. A lot of glare.
Okay. Roof. Piece of conduit to the roof. I should have drawn a little diagram. Run down, then runs the roof into this junction box. So and there, and essentially, it's just two network cables, two DC runs. So the 260 GSP is running off their original 24 or whatever it is. DC likes another model and thickness why we might need for voltage drop. Mine up to sort of 80 meters. Any nice, neat setup, which is what I was trying to achieve. Starting to actually see you go up anywhere on the mast. All of the network cables, second holes, the conduit coming into the first, and then you got whack to Ethernet quite happily with probably space, and straight into the 260 DC power. Gigabit run on the first Ethernet. We find out on the long DC run, I had to enable the first port long run and force power on for some reason. Ubiquity forums, a few people here that have enabled this, but on the line it auto detects PoE. So not quite sure what was going on. I've got a defective unit, but on all ports. Not enable long PoE run for whatever reason. The device actually set up, but that ended up being a cable. So yeah, forcing the long PoE run, and it's happy. And that has on it a nanobeam, a nano and it's quite happy. 24 volt input, 60 G supply is about 21.5 cables, so that sort of voltage drop, and it's hovering about that quite happily. So if we were getting sort of 18 or 15 volt, then I'd be a bit more. But the devices themselves are so we're space there. 850 GX2, so you just ports, so you could do 4 months. So something like this is potentially high gates and the like, where we want to run 2 or 3 masts around the place. It was a bit of a because it was very easy to access really well. So it's something we can potentially even stuff where we've got lots of gear all around the place rather than having 2 or 3 core routers and having to cross over. The top of the mast, 500 on the very top, and it hardly wobbles. Quite happily move the stay bars or something right at down the bottom, and you won't have too many issues. So yeah, that's been the great. It's still got a few more additional links down to Modbury, which is then going to eventually have an AC link through there. Moved Northfield from my house at Modbury Shepherd as well, because it's got a much. So it, even though it does before, even though it's much better. So for someone to get to Northfield at some. That's purely a backup link, but to realign that, get an AC upgrade, 11N stuff. So that'll give us the higher speed part, and there's upgrades in the works to speed. We're starting to get high circuits out through Ottaway, Good Shepherd, Rostrevor, Ridgehaven to really give us near 100 megabit connectivity through some of the. Yes, that's the little upgrade that's happening. There's still space on the west mast if people have sites that they want to Shepherd. There'll be spare ports with 2 easy. You walk straight up to the mast. It's very easy to add in. So yeah, that's a little bit of an alternative for some equipment. If up.
It's really good.
Working well. Then
Are you guys using not 5, just no?
cabling? Yep. Because it.
I know, it looked a little bit thin when it was going into that box.
Oh, no. You might be looking at the DC thin. It's a really, really tiny cable. Runs are really short up top there, then there's no issues with what type of cabling you're using. Add shielding if you want shielding, very, very short. So that's worked really well.
Yeah, if you want to do that, we'll get it.
So, what we got tonight is, you may have seen all of this, have a lot of these Airstream stickers all over them, like Hello had a couple of years ago on some vinyl cutting machine he had. we've done some research and so we can actually sustain our own stickers that are available commercially, so the coverings on them already. Announce, release, make them available. Whatever, you guys can actually start randomly over the years. Enough going, so the opportunity to for Airstream. There's not much in it, but to some high quality Airstream stickers that you can then stick on your, dishes, on the front of your dishes, probably. I don't have a photo of the blue one. I put one up today.
A few there.
Yeah, they should do the same sticking shops with.
So they come the pre-whacked with the other.
One size.
They all come in the one size for now. How much? With vinyl, you've got blue, white, and black, and $5 a sticker to members. The production costs for these are a little bit higher than the other ones, but they're slightly better quality, and we can keep sourcing them. They'll be all available, potentially through if we can reorder. If people want other colours, let us know. At this stage, we're going to stick to these three sort of primary colours, but potentially produce something else. I don't think we'll need it. How many devices? Potentially top of 750s or something, but for now we're sticking because that worked really well on the bigger dishes, the smaller dishes, the outdoor boxes, cars if you want them, hence the white. I'd get them from myself or wherever he is there. I might get you up for this.
Oh, shirts, yeah.
Our other announcement, which is we're still finalising.
Far too many projects on.
But this is stuff that we're for people to really you can show off in Airstream stuff. And this is had.
I don't know yet, but it'll be the network team's official uniform that they have to wear at all times.
That too. Research, and we're in the sort of through.
Pictures on that. Yeah, so
There's the man.
well, I had an idea a while ago. I know it sounds. When we had the 10-year anniversary of Golden Minotaur, or what I was like, shirt, an identity, bit of an idea. This was a while ago now. The back getting been around, they're all white. Yeah. I'm thinking about. And on the so we'll be doing like the same thing. Yeah, so I brought it on the front, and then like on the back, I had an idea. Pull up the idea about, but so on the back of the shirt, our link, and if we could sort of show people what we're doing is like, how, because I often get a lot of people that are, what's Airstream, what do they do? I say, oh, we've got stuff here, we've got stuff like, but where? And without showing them the we'll just go on the back and say, well, it's here. I'm not having any names on it, but maybe like a model, so just like one.
Who's got the? Oh, here you go. I've just kind of done what you're trying to explain.
Oh, okay, just like in the last 5
I mean,
minutes.
it won't necessarily. But
I haven't done it. All I've really done is just gone out and figure out where to go and who to talk to.
something like that, but
Something
not
like
with
that. I've seen the surf lifesaving guys. I've got like in particular like the
and
they've
probably
got,
with an outline.
like just say for instance they've got like Henley and they're saying like 5 lives saved or whatever the hell. We could have something like that on the back. It would look, I think, but you could have whatever colour. A lot of money to install a shirt extra. So like a shirt's like a shirt was
Screen print or?
yeah. So to me, it would not like given whatever we use or how thick it is, it would like. So they use like an ion-on transfer. They found that it's actually a lot better than paint. So that's it. Just like, yeah. So originally I thought like for it to look like, but obviously we'll work on.
Like every year that you have.
Well, I mean,
You can see.
yeah.
Yes,
Gets too
yeah. We've got lots of lines. It's online.
Going to the point of like writing your name on the back or anything like that, and some gaming and stuff. But so it works. Yeah. The thing about this is that like, I'll print up, get a whole bunch made. I'm not size. Whereas these guys are like, you can come in and say you want an extra large or whatever. We'll have it ready for you next week. And because they've already got, we'll talk about doing half and half, get your shirt sorted out and stock them. So
What we're thinking more volume at once, so we'll pay us the money and then ticks over, we'll just process whatever's been ordered.
Yep.
So that they're doing more than one at a time, hopefully, but whenever you want them, rather than as shirts sitting there for 4 years.
if we got any shirts left,
Because no one fits a medium.
I think we've got rid of all of them
extra
now.
especially we look kind of. I mean, I'm not saying we all wear the same.
We'll start with shirts. They've got.
Yeah, these guys do high vis as well. Theoretically, just get some.
The stuff they use is actually like the same sort of stuff we use at work. I still like fairly high quality and it's very cheap. So. And like say for instance, fundraising events, like at least we look a bit. So feedback if anyone's got any, they have like an embroidered with like a black outline or, and I mean I'd one at least. I mean I'd an idea.
Yeah, you'll hear more. We'll get something, and at least that way we can get a better idea of what people actually want. And if there's a common thing there, we can do them. Maybe.
Yeah, again with the idea on the back is the idea it's kind of unique to us, special, and sort of like we can say working. This is what it looked like in 2019.
Awesome. Cool, man. Thanks for that. Time.
Green pie.
Unbelievable.
That's what
Do you want to try
everyone's
to?
here for. Where's the pop?
Probably the old.
Green rose.
Mike, do you have something?
That's all.
Oh, is it?
Come on up.
Okay.
You have to go around, I think.
It's all good.
Just knock all the stuff.
That's a good.
Okay.
First.
Sam, Dragoon, hello. I use aeroplane like security where they're broadcasting like an emergency signal or just like they're where they are. That's some stuff like that. So spot, just see on a map planes are, and you can throw up an antenna with this yourself and do some cool stuff. So
You want your picture now?
yes, please. Yeah.
Stand
So this is 4 or 5 months ago. Beaglebone black, but you can use a Raspberry Pi or whatever you have. For that is a USB digital TV tuner, which is in there.
Don't worry about that.
Here we go.
That's just a stack trace from one.
Yeah, so these are just little fine radio, so they're software. $9. Never tried to get digital TV on one, but apparently that's what they do. DVD, digital FM. Yeah, so these can do crazy frequency. I know that they 1090 megahertz, which is what ADSB. That's that station box. The non. So you see that you got grommet that's only that deep. Down to Bunnings one day and grabbed a section of a little couple of U-bolts from the TV antenna aisle. This is the one I have. I reckon it's what I use because it's got an end connector on it. That was pretty expensive. That was about 50 euros. So that's like it, which was not fun. Not sure how much these. Have any idea? Because we got these guys do this as well.
They were 55, closer with a bulb order, I believe.
Yeah, these ones are a bit the nicer mount and then an end connector on the bottom, so you can do your coax down into your box and then screw onto a pigtail, unlike mine, which has just got the little cable straight out the bottom of the antenna. Yeah. Yeah, it's just U-bolting into the pole. Exciting. Looks like all it's up outside. But on side, using this picture doesn't have it, but I ended up using just PoE, microchip router board to power. Next picture.
That one here takes.
Nice.
Next.
Okay, so you bought one of these little steps. So that takes in normal passive PoE that we volts. So I've got just on a DC. The BeagleBone has a DC. If you have a run, so this is the same sort of thing there. Splits it out to back to USB, micro USB to power Raspberry Pi. In there. Yep.
Oops, I think I just deleted that. Sorry.
So yeah, the RF elements box. Push down with a screwdriver and screw it through the plastic, but it's not.
That's the last pic, dude.
That's the last picture.
Yeah.
Yep. On my normal mask, and it was like, oh, just one more thing to take off if I have to drop the mask. Yeah, so then just got inside the box. It's like a 3 meter little thin cable.
Cool. Now what does it do?
Okay. Web
He's
browser.
looking at me with intent, but I'm not sure what he actually wants me to do.
Oh, web browser. Sorry, actually. Just Chrome. Yep. 104.
Is there any reason why you didn't?
Just because it's.
No, because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. There we go.
That's exactly right.
At the moment, using this setup.
You think you go with that here?
Yep.
It's coming right for you.
Yeah. If you go to Plane.watch, they've been doing this for. We've been. If you listen there, we've got this set up of feeding into their database, which looks a lot nicer. They're doing. Seeing all the flag, you should be able to see. Yeah, what's in their planes? That's megahertz. 1.09 gigahertz.
So are you the only one so far supplying the plane watch from
Uh,
Adelaide?
Betswood, his place at McGill. I think Chris is. Yeah.
You do that?
Yeah. Yeah, if you have the ships, because they thing.
Yeah.
But the problem is getting out of those.
It's different.
It's
Yeah.
hard to get it.
But it's also hard to get for out there because how are you going to
From somewhere at Pilot Tree.
be okay?
It's like
See some of the golf.
Do what the Americans did and just drop sensors in the Gulf. You see what they did, right?
There you go. You can like see the.
Show
Well, this is from mine. It's just
oh,
has
it's
into their system. Which
the data.
this is but this screen is just mine and all the like planes.
This goes over the internet to their system.
Yeah,
So.
we'll go. But yeah, they put all the planes silhouette. So
How much data was it put in and out to?
trivial amounts. It's just text. Like
Yeah.
it's not much just GPS coordinates in the. I don't really.
So they stop broadcasting once they land.
I can't see them once.
Really who
You see them get on the plane.
Can you click on it? It shows you on.
Yeah, you should be able to click on the plane.
Zoom. Probably have it.
Thank you to it.
It should highlight.
It's going to be around the middle of 37,000. It's about.
There it is.
Yeah.
On the back. It's coming up.
You guys have got like a big site like out here somewhere.
Alright.
Proper path of.
Down, pointing.
That's just an extent of where it is.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they-
yeah,
So
yeah.
it might be.
Plane, yep.
Visualised.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it's asking.
Yeah.
Plane's crashing into it.
What are those two going on?
That must
Yeah.
be an airport.
Woolly Airport.
Right.
Who's supplying that information?
You can if you go up into menu on here.
And now
Ah!
the system.
Receiver.
It has receiver and you can like toggle on receivers. And
There you go, Valley View.
my speech. Oh, there you go. So there's a few of us.
So if we ever get across to Woolbay,
Yeah, for sure. So you can like just click on a receiver. So if you could go back to Adelaide and click on seat and it'll only. If you go,
so you can see
receiver range will do.
yeah,
So if
you
you
receiver.
menu receiver range,
Apparently you can't see anything.
seating, and then go.
That's one big plane.
Yeah, so because you
Places on the data.
I've collected.
Yeah.
it tells you picked up one of the ads.
That's- Side of the Gulf there.
And that's the.
Well, yeah, when
there's
they're
that
30,000 feet in the air, you can see.
the other way.
Mm.
So if we got something like that, then potentially across again, you can start. But you can't show the whole lot combined.
So bottom one gets cut. That must be the the range because that's not.
It's probably just a limit.
temperature of the earth.
Mm. Just like sort of that, and then that's as far as it.
Just the edge of your.
Yeah.
There's probably no planes that go any further unless you go Antarctica.
Bermuda Triangle.
Could you give us a quick rundown? We've done
Internet and put it, run it.
Plug it in, turn it on, and
Read the README.
Plug and play.
Just copy, download the files, copy it to your Eagle 9, the Linux machine or whatever, and
sounds so easy.
Go to the Valley. Yeah, just be interesting.
is your site?
You leave that. Go to Betsa or whatever it is.
Middle one.
That's Valley View. Site? Is yours still inside?
Ooh! Excellent.
Yeah,
He gets out, doesn't he?
because he's up. More?
Yeah.
Not sure.
Very drunk, but
So I'm just going to be covering what you already said. Need to
Nice
do
one.
something. Soccer park in it.
I think he was.
Radar station from your house.
Which one?
The one up on the hill. Near the three radio.
The weather one or?
Planes. It caught fire. It's massive.
What, in
If you go-
Cement Hill?
No, up because no one's ever talked to them.
Is it behind this house?
Yeah, so you got your three bridge going
Yeah.
that way, long bridge, and then it's basically just down. And
I
watch
see it
all
from
the
here.
planes coming in from the other side of the hill coming back
Planes
towards the city.
and
Yeah.
Anything. Yeah, about a year ago, and it caught on fire. Fire inside the hill.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Wow, very nice.
Anyway.
So what was the cost for
Okay.
yours?
Didn't really write anything down. I went with a Beagle. It was on its own. $90 something like that.
Too cheap.
I went with a Beagle. It's just different. I mean, for this application, it's real worse. The BeagleBone has like more outputs for sensors and stuff, which isn't even being. One of the big things that I wanted was flash. BeagleBone's got flash memory built, so it's like nice and fast. That was really the only reason, but you can see it's pretty much the same.
Expensive because they've got the
Yep, and it has a DC jack. Yep, even though I bought when I sell it in one DC jack size, put another one on there, but that was
Yeah, they're from JCAP.
exactly. So that was fine.
did it again? What would you change?
I did it again. What would I?
What should we all go?
Can I support door?
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
Yep. So the guys from WA have got a GPS board that they put on the top. So it does the like time sync GPS as well. For
It's just as good, really.
yeah, right, but it's just more. Yeah.
If you want to know where you need.
But they
The data, right? Yeah, you can let's say BeagleBone, $40. These are bucks. Box.
should we get a discount on all their instruments?
Like random budding stuff. That stuff is pretty pricey. There, and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to buy U-bolts. They're like $6 each. Price like.
So you spent a couple $100, $250.
Yeah. Young science.
That's the spirit.
But yeah, two outriggers and two. I do have if you want one.
And if you go
Yeah, I
with
mean, you
Raspberry Pi, you can get
Honestly, you could get one to do this. Probably get them dirt cheap for like $20 now. Mine went pretty expensive with the antenna as well. So like you can build your own antenna if you want to out of an old piece of. There's heaps of said about.
Nice, clean.
This is a nice clean antenna, and it's got the AN connector, which mine didn't have, which I really like. So you can just do your bottom of the box. Rock solid ever since I put it on the roof.
Like that one? Or?
Three times as long as that.
I think the one I've got is about 3.
Yeah, is it? Some man.
Gainy amount.
Yeah.
Is higher or lower again any better for it?
I'm not sure. I haven't really.
Does it get bigger?
Ask you that.
Yeah, well, probably the word you're using is a
Mast. Don't
yeah,
have
yeah,
the.
it's all right.
Yeah.
turn
And
your
just-
fire.
Yeah, just
Close my laptop if he wants to do it. LCD. Yeah.
yeah, that was mirroring, yeah.
I did the time. I think it's done. So you can show it if you want.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you do it if you want.
There's one problem, but that's not relevant.
You can use the touch screen as well. Like I said,
Where's the touch screen?
you will, trust me.
It's so minority user.
Figured it out. Yeah, no, it's
Oh, it's
I
not.
figured it
Oh,
out.
it's doing presentation.
You get Troy to tell next.
Right. B wants to also give
Hey,
us a bit of on his experience.
So in syncing and stuff. So slide.
Try anything you want. I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay.
Just wink at me. I'll do it if you want.
Oh, okay. So NTP. NTP is a network time protocol. It's synchronized devices across networks. This is just a shot of my Mac at home, which is syncing to Apple's default. Plus also a network at home.
I didn't.
I didn't actually put it in there. I manually edited the file. So NT0, which is on, one which is your primary times, and so on. Stratum 2 and 3 making. But that's just in reference to Stratum radio clocks in they have US have WW
Reference clock.
yeah, reference. And Stratum 1 is the first and get time. Now you can buy primary time servers. They're anywhere from relatively expensive, but you can actually build one on the Raspberry Pi. So winning.
That's more our style.
So I suppose why do we use a computer or radio? Things like troubleshooting and dropout. Yes, do I need? So yeah, just a couple of things showing the time on a router OS device, and so the device that the device that is basically it's a Raspberry Pi, as another Airstream member loaned me for something, and now it got repurposed. Pi. I suppose the guts of it is GPS chip, which is that plug puts on a Raspberry Pi. There's just spot for a battery for the real-time clock. I like to keep it going when you have no power. Or something. Thankfully, I don't have too many power issues at home, and it's pretty good. Header, and we're done. That little board, I think, was around 30. Someone's knocking. This little board was around, I think it was around from some crowd in the UK who been done. I has put a standard Debian Wheezy thing, so pretty much a full-on Unix system. So yeah, just a couple more pictures sitting at home there. This here is GPSD, a little terminal where SNR, signal noise ratio, whether it's used, you see just some 3D running, so it's, it doesn't run the program all the time, it's just OPS. So on Airstream, that you can put on your device, in your device for time synchronization. So that's an Anycast. It's announced various places in the network. Trace routes from EA to that address. You can see it's HTTP server at Valley View, and a trace route from down Cement Hill, Glen. That's how you do it. On the internet, there's called NTP Pool. In Australia, it's like 60 that you can use. Yep, ntp.on.net. So that's how we do it. So the Anycast IP, the Airstream Anycast house gets roughly 15,000 requests every day. From but this switch at home, it's about traffic. Actually, it's about 3 because that's inbound. That's probably just Mac crap on my land. So 13 satellites seen indoors. I didn't show you the antenna, so the just a little connector on there, and that's just inside.
In a window or?
No, not really. We've got upstairs, like a rumpusy type room upstairs, and it's just up there. Get to the window.
So you have a tile roof or
Tin roof. So that's just a little mag sort of. I think this was like $9 or something special. I might have even bought it actually, but I don't remember. So it's not. I suppose just having a quick look at some more details. Looking at the stats of that we're querying, this is all over the network, just hitting. Well, it's all right.
All
Because
those computers are now going out of sync.
you can just disable the IP address from routing and BGP, and they're all now hitting Valley View. When I get home tonight, I'll turn it back on. Yeah, the top one is us that so many queries because actually not just keep sending queries. I need to have a look at that. Things, routers, Rostreva, Gleam, Sefton, Part, all over, and like I said, 150 network devices. And that changes a bit. A link flaps somewhere, maybe another one is more preferred for a certain period of time. Yeah, I think that's about it. If there's a couple of references in Wiki. We've got this thing which is obviously past IPs. The old time protocol is not supported so much anymore. There was a dedicated IP address for it, but when I checked, no one's announcing it into the network, so whatever. There's some individual servers on there. For instance, my server at home, as well as Rust address, answers on Airstream address, if you want to do that. Yeah, board and GPS mod. I have the software for it. A link to the NTP Pool project. I decided to do one of these and stick it on the internet. So, yeah, running the internet is a bit of fun.
Do they have some kind of demand, or is it?
That your connection is on all the time. And stuff. No reason to say this is my there. You can specify a band more of a ratio than an. Right. So you can do it, and you get like 100 queries or something. Right. Yeah. Some of the I run a pool just in and stuff, and they get a terabyte of 40 bytes. Yeah. So, yes. But in the NTP pool, not many are usually they're not GPS type devices. Or other times, mailing list called Time, getting telescopes and checking out time and everything. It's pretty cool actually to Google Bones and Raspberry Pis and all sorts.
I do the same.
So they're into all the madness and stuff. So anyway, this Raspberry is on Airstream and organises a whole bunch of time for a whole bunch of devices. So there you go.
So what's it worth? Whole package.
Pi Model B, $50. And the G board, I think it was about another 40 or 50 ounces. They're pretty bad conversion for AU, but probably maybe $100. And the Raspberry Pi's dead. It's on loan, definitely. It's a free one. I mean, it's gone missing.
In that case.
So the rest of the cases over there, the case which came with it, but it's kind of on loan. I haven't hacked the case to bring the cable. It sits at home.
Any other case?
case. I mean, you can just cut around the edge of the cage, terrible, but yeah, hasn't died. Update it every so often, as well as the time syncing to the clock from from the satellite. Like they say, many clocks make time right or something. So just in case you lose the satellite, at least the thing keeps its time. You asked about people basically every 10 or 15 minutes they pee, and if the time that you're giving is bad, they take you're not in the pool. So it takes you in and out water, which is pretty good.
Why can't guys use it? The little doorbell?
And they're probably using something similar, yeah, like the GPS.
Oh, I should have brought it with me.
I mean, yeah, so it's like
People, but I don't like all of the pinouts. It brings the pinouts up, so you can keep stacking.
the actual GPS module is like small piece. So you can go the whole home. Didn't get the soldering on.
Very nice.
Anyway.
Thanks for that, mate. Brilliant.
Awesome.
You want to rip it out? Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. There is just a minor update regarding the NodeDB, and I just had to talk with Node. So, this is a recent image. I'll show you what it looks like. Correctly defined radio profile on a Node, because that was a one. Database fix, and with Justo's feedback, I've now sorted that out, I think. So we're getting closer to operational. So fully pop when the network team owners have gone across and data basically. Give us a rundown what you've done here.
What we've done is this new recording system, management system of how we add devices. So obviously we add a device and we add an interface. We give that interface a radio, for example, to keep P and stuff like that. And once you assign an antenna, it actually pulls the database and gives you a of what it expects the coverage to look like. 120-degree sectors are the ones in the database at the moment. I just use 120s for example purposes. No, it's not in there. Oh, did you put it in?
You might have already done this.
I didn't refer. My bad. And then the same thing with like our back.
Change it right now. I love doing live demos.
Break.
Probably an exact representation too at Park here at Parkside. Probably it's just a little bit, a couple.
Are they all one?
Where are we now?
Them out. 90s? They were like that.
The ones on the
They're all
It's not
90s.
updating that. It's broken.
Yeah, it is. Look,
Yeah. So that's there's us. So we connected to this sector. If he goes, puts his Magay Park,
he does.
And why is it pink and not yellow?
I don't know.
Pink is 2.4 gigs frequency on the radio. If it's
Order one in our not sorted list.
Gosh, where's it put it? Not say. Had
The band. This is the big one here is the nano bridge, right? And then the smaller one that goes on the to Chiringi.
beam width of a representation, whatever it is, 5 degrees or something. 3 degrees? Yeah, so you can see why it's tricky to aim those sometimes.
22's 9.
So the only that IP address.
Because to release that.
And as of the last month or so, Justo's been getting reports, so yeah. And
So that works now. Have figured to fix this. APs and stuff. All
these
the
went
sub
now.
come in and subscribe. LAN subnets down.
Yes.
Edit them individually?
You want from any of the subnets that are available. So there's no real, just happens to be a
Although that
slash.
should local area
Just
ones.
happens to be. Which ones of these isn't? Probably those. Yeah, so you can pick your assigned, I'll put something next to them here so you just know that,
Yeah.
that'll work.
Need to add the subnet mask as well. Duplication.
No, it's
Or down here. They
Oh,
might be. It might be IS import.
Okay, yeah, that's weird.
Yes, yeah.
Hey, look.
Alex.
Getting the GPS.
More updates on that in the future, of course, as always. But it's looking better.
So you can do the map like that.
But there's still a better because database than there was. So it's going to take there and make sure it's correct, it's not there or whatever. But the iteration I do makes that better. So this time when I do the import, so yeah. Apart from the radio information, but we don't have the radio information. Oh, so I can scan it. But that's it. Any other questions before we tie off the meeting? Thank you guys for coming down and of course do let us know, or if you want to come along and tell us about your project, we're always interested to hear from that as well. End of the March meeting, and which may be probably not, so we probably will be here next month. Excellent. See ya.